Alpha Day and welcome to Weekend Edition. I'm Crystal Paco. So glad you could join us. She's only 14 and suffering from a rare blood disease. One local family is asking the community for their help to find the perfect match to save Imani. Carmen Terlahi has the story.
So far, no luck finding the perfect bone marrow match for her 14-year-old daughter, Imani.
It would be a second chance at life, really. Her being able to live a normal life, as a teenager, get back to school, be with her friends, live her life, that's what it'll mean to me, just giving her that hope again.
Angie Diaz-Malanchi is a mother of 6 and a daughter of Guam. Her family originally from Agana Heights in Sinahanya. She now lives with her family in Glendale, Arizona, where in November of last year, her 14-year-old daughter, Imani, was hospitalized.
They didn't know what she had, my kid was lying in a hospital bed and, bleeding and it not stopping, and they didn't know what was causing it. At first, they told us, that they thought she had leukemia. And so right away, my husband and I, we didn't know what to do, what to think.
Doctors said it wasn't leukemia. Instead, her daughter was diagnosed with aplastic anemia with PNH that blocks her bone marrow from producing the white blood cells, red blood cells, and platelets her immune system needs. A rare, life-threatening blood disease. At 14, Imani is forced to go to a hospital twice a week. Her life is forever changed, and her mother prays for a cure.
With the bone marrow, what we've been told is that to find a match for Imani, it would be preferred to come from her ethnic background. So Imani is actually half Chamorro and half Mexican.
It only takes a swab of your cheek to test if you're a match. And if you are her perfect match, you're a surgery away from saving Imani's life. Her mother is hopeful they'll find a donor, believing the drive goes beyond just giving her daughter a second chance at life.
That's all we ask is, if you're not a match for Imani, but you are a match for somebody else in the world that needs it just as much as Imani, to please consider being that ray of sunshine for somebody and that hope.
The bone marrow drive will be held Saturday, August 18th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at Agana Shopping Center. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Carmen Victoria Terlahi.
Next week, it's back to school. GDOE spent their summer vacation cleaning up debris and tidying up classrooms. But with limited resources in the face of Guam's budget crisis, Superintendent John Fernandez says it's not easy paying for the cleanup.
This summer's been challenging because of the budget cuts. We've had to reduce the scope of our contract, of our cleaning contract. So that reduces the number of pickups that we have for solid waste. For the cleaning that happens over the summer, we had to really reduce the level of, it's clean, but they used to strip and wax fully and do other things. So that's been challenging. We just had to lower some of the expectations.
Despite this challenge, community volunteers like PTOs, teachers, mayors, and other GovGuam agencies have lent a helping hand to paint Guam schools. Fernandez adds another major issue is fixing broken ACs. Schools are scheduled to open on Tuesday, August 14th. Dog lovers, this next report is for you. Did you know of the 60,000 dogs on Guam, over a third are strays? Though spaying and neutering is the #1 way to control these populations, residents feeding the strays are also part of the problem. Here's more.
Every village has them. A stray dog, or 2, or 3, or maybe even a pack of them. Maybe out of sympathy, you fed them your leftovers. But did you know that doing this 3 consecutive days or more qualifies that animal as yours? Guam Animals in Need Executive Director Allison Hadley says Guam law is specific.
Technically speaking, you take responsibility for that animal.
A 2014 survey conducted by the Humane Society International counted 24,500 stray dogs on island. That number sound too big? A single female dog can have up to 3 litters a year. Each litter is about 5 to 6 pups, depending on breed. That adds up.
Do your best not to feed the stray animals unless you're trying to catch them, because it just kind of creates a real big community in your area, and not everybody enjoys that.
So what can you do?
It's one of those battles that as hard as you're fighting it, you may not see immediate results just because they can procreate so quickly. And so it's just a matter of a multifaceted change. It needs to be the change in the way the community views the situation. So that means spaying and neutering your personal pets. If you do have a community dog that you feed, they should really be spayed and neutered too.
Cost often deters pet owners from spaying and neutering their furry family members. Gain has a low-cost spay and neuter clinic that charges just $50 per animal. For more information, call Gain at 653-4246.
Well, you might have noticed an increase in tekin netting around Guam's coconut trees to fight the rhino beetle. Roland Kitagua, a biosecurity extension associate at UOG, tells KUAM that sanitation is key to controlling the invasive species. While many beetles have been caught in nets, Kitagua says local researchers are studying a virus and a natural fungus grown on rice to kill the beetle from the inside.
We are locally producing a biocontrol fungus called Micronesian majus. It's a very specific fungus that attacks and kills only rhino beetles. And what we are currently doing is ramping up our production, and we are looking in the near future to do mass distribution of this biocontrol.
He adds any preventative measure to keep the rhino beetle out needs to be a widespread practice to timely stop the beetle from spreading to neighboring islands. There's no shortage of talent here on island. That's why local filmmakers and photographers are making a directory of talents they can use for future projects. No experience needed. Here's how you can get involved.
TV ads, short films, and cultural-based content. You've likely seen their work. They're the men and women behind the scenes. And while their community and skills are growing, so is the demand for talent in front of the camera. Just ask filmmakers Kara Flores, Brian Munya, and James Davis.
We all come up against the same issue, which is we're either using the same talent over and over again, or we can't find folks in specific demographics to fill like a role that we're looking for.
If you watch a lot of things on Guam, you see recycled actors, and we kind of, it's not a bad thing, but we just know there's more interest, and maybe people just didn't know how to get into that little bubble.
That's why they recently teamed up with other local filmmakers and photographers to host an open call for Guam-based aspiring actors. The event was clearly a hit. Close to 200 signed up. Their names are now included in an actor's directory. Talents ranged in age from 5 to 71 years old.
We had parents that were thanking us on the side, saying like, you know, my daughter or son was really interested in this, and we didn't know how to approach this because, you know, a lot of the thought is you have to go off island for that.
We also have parents of the kids being auditioned to join the casting, yeah. So this is really awesome. So
their kids were pushing them to audition.
And it's more than just making a list of talents they can tap on for future projects. It's about building skills too. The open call featured a workshop for youth.
The easiest way for you to kind of see talent in action is by running a workshop. A call out gives you kind of a list of names, right, to work with. But then the workshop actually gives you the opportunity to work with people, to see who's directable, to see what their talents are.
We hope that it continues to get better, and I think we've as filmmakers, all of us, you know, we've worked to try to provide like quality productions. At the same time, and this is just for me personally, I always wanted to try to push actors further.
And don't worry if you missed it, an encore is likely.
The talent, the open call, if we're ever going to do this in the future, we just want to let everybody know that, you know, you don't need experience, you know what I mean? And this is the whole purpose is, for us doing this is so we can go ahead and nurture your, you know, the skill down the line. We know that there's a bigger group out there, you know what I mean, that's really interested in acting. So I guess it's kind of like, you know, come check us out. It's time for you to shine.
Visit the Guam Actors Database Facebook page for more information. If you want to know how you can get your child involved in upcoming youth workshops, visit Nihi Kids' Instagram page.
And of course, the big news heading into this fall is the election. And so our digital team has put together a series of helpful and fun products to help you make an informed decision when you head to the polls. Here's Jason Solis with an overview of everything you can find from us online.
We here at KUAM Digital are literally all over the map with our coverage of the Decision 2018 election season. KUAM is bringing you integrated and interactive coverage on a variety of platforms and devices to keep you up to speed with all that's happening with the choosing of the next generation of our island's leaders. First, we want to invite you to check out our story map. It's a really cool way to find out about how to get involved in the primary within your village and share useful bits of information about polling stations and precincts that are close by to your neighborhood. We're always adding things to it, so check back often to see what we've got for you. Next, there's our archive of every episode of D18 Tonight and the After Party. You can find our playlist on our YouTube channel and join the always lively conversations on Facebook, whether you catch the show live or after the fact. If you're a concerned voter who takes copious notes about the plans and platforms about each candidate, or merely someone who sends us your questions to be answered by our guests in real time, or just a good old-fashioned political armchair quarterback who likes watching our expert analysts talk smack, there's something for everyone. You can additionally find candidate bios and profiles for your favorite races on KUAM.com and the KUAM News mobile app, along with voter tips and guides for youth voters. Now lastly, we want to invite you to listen to our Decision 2018 podcast, our series of on-demand audio interviews, topical discussions, and insights on the election season that you can take with you anywhere and enjoy anytime, no matter what you happen to be doing. So count on KUAM to be with you every step of the way for experienced practitioners of democracy or anxious first-time voters. We've got something for everyone online.
Stay tuned, more when Weekend Edition returns.
There are more ways to experience KUAM News than any other source on Guam. Download the KUAM News app for your Apple or Android device for 24/7 news, sports, videos, weather, streaming with KUAM radio, and important news alerts. And stay connected at home with Guam's first app for Apple TV. All available now from the App Store.
A simple handshake. That's all Jake Calvo needed when he started his company. Today, 80 years later, we like to say thank you to all of you who have taken our hand in trust. Thank you to the dreamers. Thank you to the realists. Thank you to the family-oriented. Thank you to the entrepreneurial. Thank you to those climbing the corporate ladder. And to the ones starting a new life together. Thank you to the traditionalists and the edgy. To the young at heart and the old souls. Thank you to the daring, to the protective, to the practical. Thank you to the hopeful. To all of you from all of us, our deepest, happiest, and infinite thanks.
80 years here for you. 80 years thanks to you. Calvo's Insurance, a legacy of trust.
Our workforce is changing, and our students need to be prepared for the challenges that are ahead. I graduated high school at GCC when we could learn a trade and even prepare for college. Our students deserve schools that are safe and books and resources that help prepare them for their future.
A Leon Guerrero Tenorio administration will rebuild Simon Sanchez, fix our schools, integrate technology in the classroom, and expand access to trades. I'm in to help get us there, and we humbly ask for your vote.
I'm Leon Guerrero, and I approve this message.
Summer is here, and at Cars Plus and Mighty, that means big savings during our summer clearance event. Right now, save up to $8,000 on select 2018 Ram 1500 SLT Crew Cab, or save $3,250 on a 2018 Chrysler Pacifica, voted Family Car of the Year. 1.99 APR financing is available for qualified buyers. Plus, buy today and receive a Cars Plus value card, where you get 21 cents off per gallon at all Shell stations. Don't miss our summer clearance event, going on now at Cars Plus and Mighty. Cars Plus, driven by you.
There are more ways to experience Guam via KUAM News, giving you what you want, when you want, and how you want it. From smart devices, Alexa, what's in the news?
Here's your flash briefing.
Over the web, on mobile, on streaming platforms, with immersive, interactive formats, and via social media where it's more than just content, it's conversation. More ways to keep you informed and entertained whenever you want it, wherever you are, on whatever device you're using.
Hafide and welcome back. Now time to find out what's been trending on social media. Here's Asha Robles with Trend Spotting.
Hey everyone, I'm Asha Robles and here's what happened this week on Trend Spotting. A suspect has been connected to ATM skimming machines at the Micronesian Mall on August 2nd and at the Agate Subway on August 14th. Nicola Marinelli was apprehended on Tuesday when a bank manager spotted him. He was brought into GPD for questioning. On his possession were multiple fraudulent credit cards. As a reminder, always inspect the ATM, gas pump, or credit reader before using it. Block your PIN number and try to use ATMs in an inside location. Viewers at home responded. Thanks to the community eligibility provision, all public school students will now be able to eat breakfast and lunch 100% free. The CEP is part of the U.S. Department of Agriculture National School Lunch and School Breakfast Program. According to GDOE Superintendent John Fernandez, 70 to 80% of GDOE students come from poor socioeconomic backgrounds. The program goes hand in hand with GDOE's goal to provide quality education for all of its students. This year's Sodexo menu was also picked by students who chose healthy local favorites. Seven people, including a 5-year-old boy, were praised for helping saving a toddler's life the day after Liberation Day. 5-year-old Jordi Evaristo had pulled his brother Kaya to shore while spending the day swimming in Tumon. A group of people, including off-duty firefighter Joey Garrido, were able to administer CPR. They were able to revive Kaya and get him rushed to the hospital when medical transport arrived. Joey Garrido, Brandon Sanchez, Annie Cruz, Nick Duenas, Derek Kichichu, Arlene Cura, and Jordi Evaristo are now being recognized for their involvement in saving Kaya's life. Our Facebook viewers shared their sentiment and praise. That's it for now. We'll see you guys next week.
Thanks, Asha. Up next, your Crime Stoppers report. Keep it here.
If you get nervous about having dental treatment, you're not alone. An estimated 35 million adults experience anxiety or nervousness at the simple thought of visiting the dentist. As your dentist, I strive to make your visit as painless or pain-free as possible. And I frequently tell my patients that in the 21st century, if we can give you medicines to put your tooth to sleep or medicines to take an infection or toothache away, we can surely give you something to help relax you and take all fear away. No one ought to sit in a dental chair thinking of bad childhood memories or fearing injections. If you're a dental coward, but you really do want your teeth fixed, don't wait until the pain is killing you. Come in, tell us your fears, and set up an appointment. We have convinced many that dental treatment doesn't need to be scary anymore. For your helpful dental minute, I'm Dr. Kenny Bourgeois of Paradise Smiles. You shall never know all the good a simple smile can do.
Summer is here, and at Cars Plus and Mighty, that means big saving during our summer clearance event. Right now, save up to $8,000 on select 2018 Ram 1500 SLT Crew Cab, or save $3,250 on a 2018 Chrysler Pacifica. Voted Family Car of the Year. 1.99 APR financing is available for qualified buyers. Plus, buy today and receive a Cars Plus value card, where you get 21 cents off per gallon at all Shell stations. Don't miss our summer clearance event, going on now at Cars Plus and Mighty. Cars Plus, driven by you.
Hello, Hafide, and welcome back, everybody, and welcome back to school for you little ones. Of course, private school went back to class this week. Public school heads back to campus next week, and Sergeant Paul Tapau is here from GPD, and we are talking about back-to-school safety. Sarge, really critical time for folks in law enforcement and for everybody to just be careful on the roads, because everybody's going to be taking their kids to school. It's a new routine, new behavior patterns.
Absolutely. You know, we were blessed with the summer traffic, and, you know, if you noticed that when school was out, traffic was pretty smooth. Actually, it was really smooth, really nice to the commute. But, you know, with the opening of school, we've already segued into our private schools. And now we're hitting the big ticket item, which is the entire public school system. You know, they're going to be open up in August 14, and please anticipate delays, expect delays, and, you know, plan accordingly when you're going to start your commute from your home to the respective designated school area. You're going to see a lot of different activities happening, foot traffic, kids going to be walking to the bus shelters, and you're also going to see a lot of heavy traffic throughout your commute to and from. So please plan accordingly and adhere, please, to all rules and regulations pertaining to the law.
Okay, so just so people know, what is the speed limit in a school zone? And for schools that are literally like right along the main road, like right over here with JM Guerrero, like it's on the main road, it's on Harmon Loop Road and everything, so it's a busy thoroughfare. Where does the school zone technically like start and end?
So once you see the sign and the posted speed limit that designates the proper appropriate speed to be traveling, it's only designated during the time of operations for the schools. And you're gonna know that when you see the buses ready turning in, the kids walking on the sidewalk, there's a purpose why we ask for you to reduce your speed at a significant speed, because of the fact that, again, reaction to the threat that may happen or any hazard that may present itself on the roadways. So adhere to the posted speed limit sign. It's going to get busy. It's going to get chaotic. All we ask is that parents and motorists, please be patient. And, you know, this is going to be, it's always going to be bumpy towards the beginning. But once we get our patterns down and our timing down, you know, it's going to come. But, you know, again, August 14 is the big day. So be expecting a lot of traffic throughout the roadways.
Okay, now for people who just started driving legally now, especially for you young people, the distinction you want to make is that tour buses, like if you're in Tumon or Agania and everything, when those pull over on the side of the road, a lot of the times you can pass by them, right? But school buses, you have to stop on both sides of the road no matter what happens.
Yes, absolutely. Even first responders, we're training that in our emergency vehicle operation course. Any bus that has a stop sign that's already in play with the flashing lights and the kids are, we have to actually yield to that, turn off our sirens, or at least our wailing sirens, and just wait patiently as the bus driver will designate the kids to cross safely. In the event, the bus driver is also trained in emergency vehicle operation. If he sees a motor vehicle approaching, he'll hold traffic, but he won't release the kids, and he'll allow traffic to flow so that the emergency vehicle will proceed, of course, with a prudent speed. But again, once the stop sign is out from the bus and the lights are flaring, please come to a stop. The lights come out first and then the stop sign. Every motorists that are driving on that same roadway, they have to adhere to the bus stop, because of the fact that kids, one, they're going to be excited, they're going to be anticipating the first day of school, and they're going to be so eager to get there. So please be cognizant of what's going on. And I can't stress that enough. Be extra vigilant when you're out on the roads.
Okay, so final question. If I in my community, like for my neighborhood, there's a lot of little kids, you know, there's a lot of people going to and going to work basically, like at that time around like, you know, 7:15, 7:30. If myself or my neighbors want to be like, you know, de facto crossing guards and we want to like, you know, help out with traffic, is that something we can go to our mayors to sign up for, or GPD to receive training? And how do we know what to dress, like what hand signals to give and everything? I just want to help out.
Yeah, that's a good question. You know, a lot of the volunteers come from the respective school PTOs and everything, or the respective mayors who handle the crosswalk. So, you know, bring it up to your mayor, your respective mayor, if you want to be a part of that program. And, you know, they have all the training materials that you will need for a safe and productive crosswalk team that you guys may put together. But check your mayors and check your respective schools.
Okay, because just in my neighborhood, I don't have to be like deputized or anything like that.
No, absolutely
If I just want to help out keep
the
roads safe, I'm within my right as a citizen to do
that.
Yeah,
absolutely. Right? And, you know, check your mayors and check the schools.
All right. Hey, Paul, thanks a lot, man. We appreciate it as always.
Hey, thanks. And if I can just remind the golfers that our Guam Crime Stoppers golf tournament is Saturday, August 18th at the Starts Golf Course, or golf club.
Yep.
So please, any interested golfers that wants to help the Guam Crime Stoppers to continue the programs that we have for the community, come out and support our event August 18. Showtime is 11:30, go time is 12:30. $125 get you a good 18-rounder. So please come out, support the Guam Crime Stoppers.
I need you to give me 2 numbers now, and then we'll go to commercial break. Number 1, what number do people call if they want to register? And number 2, what is your handicap when you play golf?
Man, I can tell you, man, I shoot a high 70 on the first 18.
That's respectable.
The first 18.
Oh, the first 18? Okay.
The first 18. But you can visit our website, guam.crimestoppersweb.com, visit our Facebook page, and you can get more information on that.
All right, thanks so much. We'll see you next week.
Thanks for having me.
All right, we're back after this.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
Receive a free $500 Kmart gift certificate on selected new vehicles from Triple J Auto Group. Get the car, the savings, and the supplies just in time for school. Top of the class deals like 2018 Mazda 3 Sport for as low as $16,995. Or our big boy truck, the Ford F-150, starting at $298 per paycheck. Or the sporty and stylish 2018 Honda HR-V at only $176 per paycheck. Get pre-approved instantly at triplejguam.com. Trade-ins welcome. Some conditions apply. Stop by today and with Triple J Auto Group. Customers first.
And before we close out the news tonight, here's our latest round of birthday shout-outs from the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club.
Happy birthday to Sabina Waguk. We love you always. May you enjoy your special day with love and laughter. From the Duenas family. Biba, and happy birthday to Francine Martinez Clement, possibly the strongest woman, mom, and teacher on the planet. Hope you had an incredible day with all your family and friends. Happy birthday to Drady John Cruz, turning 9. Lots of love and many blessings always from your family. Happy 67th birthday to our amazing and beautiful mother, Dora Cruz. Enjoy with many more to come. Love your family.
Again, shout-outs to Dora Cruz. That's my Auntie Dora. Happy birthday, sugar. Remember, you can be part of the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club by registering online on KUAM.com. Please make sure to include your photo, your name, and birth date. That's all the time we have from all of us here at Guam's News Network. Thanks for watching and have a safe weekend.
Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&E.
Half a day. I'm Chef Peter Duenas of Mezcla Restaurants, and you're watching Food Obsession.
The Empire State Building over here. But the lamb chops, no joke, in the Greek kitchen. Just kind of hang out and observe people and watch people.
Yeah, and different taste and different flavors inside.
So what do you recommend?
Pork is classic and you can put two. So I would recommend like pork and potato. Potato comes with mushrooms. It's kind of classic too.
I'm here in New York City, finally. I'm so excited. We just checked into the hotel. We're here on Broadway and 25th. We walk outside of our hotel and what do you know? There's a street market happening. There's all kinds of food vendors. I just stumbled on a Russian dumpling shop. Never had any before, and I've got two kinds of sauce. I got a pepper sauce and a sour cream sauce. So I've got some pork dumplings and some mushroom dumplings. And I got a spicy sauce, which is my thing. And they said it's pretty spicy. It's a chili tomato sauce. So let's give it a try. Oh man, that is so good. That is a potato and mushroom dumpling. I'm not really into vegetarian stuff.